Alright, hello everyone. This is Rich, and I am back with my part 2 to my thoughts on Monstermania. I believe it was number 15. So yeah, this is me talking about my events, all the email that I'm going to be reading here is what I sent to Alex Vincent on what my feelings on what happened at Monstermania. So there it goes. Hello, Alex. My name is Richard Orr, and I'm a longtime fan of your work, especially your work with the Child's Play series. And I'm writing you this letter to express my frustration at Monstermania on Saturday, August 21st. Now, I drove about 300 miles altogether to get to Monstermania, not only to enjoy the convention itself, but to meet you specifically. You were the only celebrity I was interested in meeting. After going through the merchants area of the convention, I made my way over to the one celebrity room you were located in and went over to your table. You weren't there. So I waited around for about 15 minutes or so, and I figured you might have taken some lunch. So then I come back 20 minutes later, still no show. Then I waited aside your table for another 30 minutes after that. I got fed up and finally left. I mean, I was just done, in general. I was like, seriously? What the fuck? I was already there for like 5 hours, and I was like, what the fuck? I'm done. I told one of the handlers that were helping out Daniel Midkiff, I'd like to say his name is, to tell you when you got back that you missed out on meeting maybe one of the only true fans of your work that you could have met at this convention, and that I drove 300 miles really for nothing. Now, I do not know the reason that you weren't at your table at this time. It could have been something serious, or it could have been that you're taking a long break. I know celebrities at these cons, possibly as a courtesy, leave a card on their table saying when they might be back. But as far as I knew at the time, you might be done for the day. And that was the truth. Another opinion that one of my friends stated is that you could have just been there for the money. As some celebrities do. I can name at least 5 offhand that just go for their... Tom Savini. Go there for the money. And you really don't really care about the fans in general, and it doesn't matter if you're not there. You just, you piss them off. I really hope that opinion isn't true. But if that was the case, in your absence from your table, you missed out on about 6 people that wanted to meet you and get your autograph. And that was in this time I was hanging out at the table in general. I would still like to meet you someday, and I think you're a pretty cool guy. If anything, just a chit-chat for 5 minutes on how you're doing, what you're doing these days, and if you have any future film projects. I do enjoy your work, even though most of it is 20 years old. Even some of your non-Child's Play related films of your work in film, even though, such as My Family Treasure, and Just Like in the Movies, just because you were in them, man. I hope this letter does not discourage you from doing any more Upper East Coast conventions in the future, since you are a rarity at them. I just wanted to try to get my feelings across that you let down one of your true fans, be it inadvertently or deliberate. Sincerely, Richard Orr, a fan. Now, about an hour later, I get this in the mail. Rich, I am sorry that I missed you at the show. I did speak to Dale's handler after coming back from my dinner break, and he mentioned that someone had been looking for me. I'm sure you were disappointed that I wasn't at my table, but let me say I was at my table from 11 a.m., and aside from an hour-long dinner break and 3 or 4 smoke breaks, I was at my table for 6 hours on that Saturday. I signed about over 100 autographs for fans that weekend. I nearly met everyone who was interested in me. it's a terrible coincidence that the person who wanted to meet me the most was likely the only person who missed me. I also was hanging around the lobby and the bar well past midnight on this weekend. I was incredibly accessible all weekend long. Some way, somehow, your timing couldn't have been worse. It's not my fault or yours. Every celebrity has to take breaks from sitting all day long. They do not service any food or drink. I love Monstermania. It was my 11th appearing there, and I assure you my future appearances at this convention are far from over. You can check for future appearances and dates. I'm sure we will meet again. We will meet someday. 300 miles is a long drive, and I'm sorry I wasn't at my table at the time you were looking for me. But I assure you I spent many hours there at that table. Many people waited over 4 hours to meet John Carpenter at this Monstermania. And the longest period of time that I was away from my table was about an hour. Not like that means anything, but if you had spent the day at a hotel, you wouldn't have missed me. Yet again, it's bad timing. Sorry again, Alex Vincent. Now, I did skip a sentence here, and I do apologize. He does write after his 11th appearing at Monstermania. He does say that because I missed him, he would love to send me a free autograph, just because. And then lastly, he says, I greatly appreciate your effort in meeting me and your appreciation in my movie roles. Then 4 minutes later, he writes, I certainly do not appear at conventions for money itself. I do have more appreciation for my fans than you could ever assume. And this letter here says that because he got back to me like within an hour. Then he mentioned I mentioned Just Like in the Movies, one of the films he did. Now, I've seen Just in the Movies on Encore, but I don't actually have a copy of it. So he's asking me if he can get a copy of it, but I don't have a copy of it. And then 15 minutes later, he emails me and says, just to show it was bad timing, when Daniel's handler told me you were looking for me, he said you had just left the room. And I asked what you were wearing, and he told me a hat, but not like a baseball cap, like a winterish hat, like I wear. I walked out into the lobby and looked around for you, but I couldn't find you. When I got your email, I was already well aware you missed meeting me and that you were frustrated. I am sorry, and I did not mean for that to happen, Alex. So with that said, I do have to say, Alex, if you're watching this, I am sorry that I was kind of an asshole in my first letter, and I do want to meet you again if you are watching this. So hopefully one day that'll happen. I'll be emailing you again. But I really do think that was pretty cool. Like, I did express my feelings, as I said, and I think I did it very courteously, and whatnot. But that was just my fun shenanigans at Monstermania. The one person that I go to see, ironically, wasn't there when I wanted to go meet him. So yeah, craziness. So hopefully he'll be at a Monstermania or Chiller again. So I really can meet him, and that would be pretty darn cool. But he was very nice to at least email me back, because I do know probably some celebrities don't even read their damn email, let alone email me back. So that was very, very cool of him and whatnot. So I'll be emailing him again, and if any of you are really interested in when he emails me back, let me know. Because if not, I'll just consider this like a one-off video and whatnot. But yeah, all in all, other than that situation, Monstermania was pretty awesome. As I said, not too many independent sellers, which kind of pissed me off. A lot of good bootlegs, a lot of good people. Made some contacts to do some more trading, as I did with that one guy. So that one guy, we're going to trade some more with this and that and whatnot. And yeah, it was good times, good times. Um, Lloyd Kaufman looked really haggard at a trauma table. I do have to say that. Very beardy, very scruffy, very just run down. Like very not like the last time I saw him. It's very run down. So I don't know. Maybe Lloyd's real stressed. I don't know. All I know is that I paid way too much for Coons. I paid like $20 for that movie. I could get it for $6 on Amazon. I don't know why I paid that much. Maybe because I'm an idiot. Get that convention shit. You know what I could bought? And I said this a million times. I could have bought it would be the PAL version, but it would be the PAL version of the Violent Shit trilogy. I could have bought it for $32, man. $32. I'm so frustrated I didn't buy that. I could have bought it. If I had extra money, I could have fucking bought it. Could have bought Violent Shit, the trilogy. Even if it was on PAL, I should have still bought it. That was the one regret at Monstermania. But, as I said, if I had to rate this convention, it was a pretty awesome convention. I would give it about a good B-. A B- of a convention. Not great, because I only had one celebrity I wanted to meet. Did have a lot of dress-up people, and it did have a lot of, as my girlfriend would say skanky sluts at the convention, because there were scantily clad women dressed in costumes everywhere. Yeah. Oh, another thing I regret possibly getting was they had a Freddy Krueger scarf, which was really awesome for like $25. It was a really awesome heavy-duty scarf. I really wanted to get that, but maybe another convention. I'm sure they'll be there again. Anyways, glad you watched this. Glad you hear me yammer on about Alex Vincent. I'll be emailing him again soon, like probably right after this video. And yeah, so good times. Alright, so catch you later, YouTubes, the Blip TVs, the Facebooks, the MySpaces, and all you other people on the internets. This is Mr. Rich. Say, see you later. Yeah.